This is the Widener Law Firm Lobo Special.
First round date against the Long Beach State 49ers. Hello and welcome to the Widener Law Firm Lobo Special. We have reaction from Lobos coach Steve Alford and player interviews coming up. But first, let's take a closer look at the Lobos bracket. Now, if you see Lobos coming up and they're playing the Long Beach State game on Thursday, of course, the NCAA tournament is right here on CBS on KRQE News 13. And then look at that, Murray State and Colorado State. You got another Mountain West team getting in. In fact, 4 Mountain West teams making the NCAA tournament this year. Now, the Long Beach State 49ers are the champions of the Big West and finished with a 25-8 record. Nationally, Long Beach State has been one of the marquee mid-major teams throughout the season. 49ers play most of the difficult non-conference schedule in the country, coming close to just missing against San Diego State, Kansas, and North Carolina. The 49ers headed to the NCAA tournament after handling UC Santa Barbara for the 3rd time this season. Now, the player to watch for the 49ers is number 22, who's Casper Ware. The 5'10" senior guard is one of the most explosive guards in the country, capable of lighting up any opponent and carrying the 49ers to a win. He scored 28 against Pittsburgh, 26 against San Diego State, and 29 against North Carolina. Lobos coach Steve Alford is on the way, but first, our Lawrence Gilligan has player reaction. He's standing by with the Mountain West Tournament MVP, Drew Gordon.
All right, I'm here with senior Drew Gordon. Drew, you just found out who you're playing in the NCAA tournament as a 5 seed, taking on Long Beach State. What are your thoughts?
It should be fun. You know, I'm excited to play a different team, a new team, and I know Coach is going to do everything in his power to get us prepared, and we just got to focus and get ready.
Do you know anything about Long Beach State so far? They seem to be pretty athletic.
Yeah, you know, they're a real athletic team. You know, they like to get out and run, so hopefully our defense will be able to lock them down a little bit and slow it down.
Going to Portland, what are your thoughts on going to Portland?
It's great. It's great. You know, I haven't been there for a while. It's an amazing city. You know, I like the atmosphere, the environment. You know, I've always had pretty good times in Portland, so I'm looking forward to it.
Mountain West Tournament MVP. How do you ride that wave going into the NCAA tournament?
Well, you just got to shake it off. You know, it's not the Mountain West Tournament anymore. It's March Madness, and you know, this tournament's a lot bigger than the Mountain West Tournament. So, with that being said, you know, you set that aside, and you got to wait until after season to kind of enjoy it.
Your senior year, your final year here last year, you played in an NIT. This year, it's the big dance. What do you do to go out on top? And what do you tell these younger guys?
Keep doing what we're doing. You know, we've been on a pretty good run right now, and you know, everybody seems to be pretty focused and pretty determined to accomplish you know, the goals that are set in front of them by Coach. So, you know, I'm happy with their performance, and I know that they're going to have to step it up a little bit, but you know, I really can't complain.
With the experience of you guys 13-4 on the road, on a neutral court, that's got to kind of benefit you guys.
Yeah, you know, we're a good away game winning team. It's a mouthful, but yeah, we play well when we're on the road. I don't know why, and you know, I'm not going to really ask any questions, and not going to alter whatever we do on the road to you know, put our road record in jeopardy. So I'm excited to play on a neutral floor and get a feel of a different gym.
All right, you guys, you heard from senior Drew Gordon as the Lobos head to Portland to take on Long Beach State.
Thanks, Lawrence. Now, you know, Gordon, he wasn't too happy about being passed over as Mountain West Player of the Year for the regular season, so he had a chip on his shoulder, and Gordon said they're going to take that into the tournament, into the NCAA tournament. Somebody who else said, another player who said he had a chip on his shoulder was Kendall Williams, and Lawrence just caught up with Kendall right now. I understand we got Kendall waiting to react from the NCAA tournament.
All right, I'm here with Kendall Williams, a California kid. You guys are going to be playing Long Beach State in Portland. I guess just talking about that. We were just talking about how your family, hey, that's a trip right up north for you guys.
Yeah, I just got the phone with my mom and my dad, so they said they're going to make it no matter what Thursday, and hopefully we can take care of the beach and get into the weekend. So we're just excited to not only be in, but, you know, we got a lot of California kids, have a good seed and have a good matchup, so we're excited to get it started.
What do you know about Long Beach State?
Well, I know they have a really good coach with Dan Munson. You know, they recruited me after I got back on the market late my senior year. They came and recruited me tough. So I actually have a good relationship with him. And being a Southern California kid, I know a few of the guys. And I know they have a great scorer in Casper Ware. And, you know, a lot of good, a mix of good guys along with some vets there. So they're very similar to UNLV in my eyes and how they execute their offense and the pace they run at. So we're just going to have to, you know, instill our defensive mentality and get back on the offensive end, and I think we should be fine.
How big of a key is that, knowing that you're a SoCal kid, you got guys on that team that you already know and that you're familiar with, especially with the head coach? You got to want to pay him a little visit.
Yeah, exactly. Not only pay him a visit, but, you know, pay a little debt as well, you know, really get after it. But like I said, at the end of the day, just excited to be in the tournament, but it doesn't stop there. You know, we really think that we've been slept on a little bit throughout the year, so we still have a lot to prove, and we like the draw that we got, so we just got to go out there and improve our worth.
Beating UNLV, taking care of San Diego State, two teams that like to run the floor, two teams that are very athletic. These guys seem pretty similar. Exactly. How crucial and important is that to be able to run with those guys and take that into the NCAA tournament?
You know, I think we do a good job of being able to change up our style and our pace. So as long as we can hold off their runs and their fast-paced offense, I think we can do a good job of, you know, running on them as well, getting stops and getting Drew Gordon involved, and we'll be just fine.
I guess just talk about, you know, I hear you're a pretty big chess player. What would you compare yourself to on the chessboard?
One of the moves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. That's a tough one. You know, we got Drew, who's the king. You know, we got Tony Snell, who's the queen, can just do it all. You know, move around. You know, I like to think I'm the knight. You know, a little awkward sometimes. You don't know where I'm coming from, but I'm gonna sneak in and get some big pieces.
Hey, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Kendall Williams, sophomore guard for the Lobos.
All right, thanks, Lawrence. The timing couldn't be better for the tournament to start. The Lobos are peaking, having just wrapped up the Mountain West Tournament title by winning 3 games in 3 days. Lobos head coach Steve Alford joins us now to talk about what lies ahead at the NCAA tournament. And, Coach, first off the bat, what do you think about your seeding and your opponent?
Well, it's obviously a tough seed. I know Long Beach State very well. Coach Munson's a very, very good friend of mine. Does it the right way. Terrific coach. He was at Minnesota when I was at Iowa, so we go way back to Big Ten days and been friends a long, long time. When I was at Missouri State, I got to know him when he was at Gonzaga, so he's done a tremendous job in a very short time at Long Beach State. They're very athletic, very up-tempo game I think you're going to see on Thursday night, so it's a tough matchup, but when you get in the national tournament, they're all tough matchups, so we liked our seed. I think a 5 seed is a respectful seed for us, so I like the body of work that we were able to do this year and get that done.
Now, based upon, I know you haven't been able to scout any tape and look directly at Long Beach just to scout them for the game, but the knowledge that you have in your head right now, what concerns you most about this Long Beach State team?
Well, I just really know about the coaching staff, so
Okay.
We'll have to watch a lot of tape to really get concerned. So that'll probably have to be maybe 2 days later from now, Van, on the other side. We can talk about that on the other side maybe 2 nights from now when we've seen some tape.
There you go, that other side thing. Well, hey, man, Louisville and Davidson, you know, like if you guys win that game, what do you think about that matchup? Louisville, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but you got the Big East champion, Louisville, if you're successful.
Well, it's just an interesting bracket. I think the 5-12 game is always a difficult game, and so I think that's always that's where they got a lot of upsets in every tournament. So we got to hope we're not one of them. But Long Beach State's a great opponent. If you look at the next game, you got Louisville and Davidson. Davidson is a long tradition of great runs, not just during the season, but in tournament play. Louisville speaks for themselves. They just won the Big East. Coach Jones is on their staff. He was on our staff. Obviously the last 2 years, so there's a lot of interesting side bits that can happen as this thing unfolds in Portland.
Now, the Mountain West getting 4 teams in, what does that say about the league, and how does that help? I know the league is dissolving and they're forming Conference USA Mountain West, a different league, but what does that say for the league at the moment as far as the basketball and the quality of it?
Well, I hope that's why there's still a lot of discussions yet on what's going to happen with our league, Van. I hope that there's some real serious discussions because we got a great basketball league right now. This league is phenomenal, and when you look at bringing in Nevada, who was on the bubble and probably would have gotten in if they would have made it to the finals of the WAC tournament. They were upset by La Tech, but a team that was 26-6, they're joining our league next year. obviously Fresno. So we've got a tremendous league, and I think you're seeing that this year. 4 teams make the NCAA tournament. We get a 5 seed, 2 6 seeds, and then Colorado State with an 11 seed. So those are, one, getting 4 teams in, but then 4 very good seeds for our league.
All right, Lobos head coach Steve Alford joining us. And, Coach, thank you for your time, the TV time, and we'll see you on the other side. How about that?
I appreciate it. On the other side, my man.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Lobos head coach Steve Alford. Now, New Mexico is 2 for 2, 2 NCAA Division I teams and 2 teams headed to the big dance. New Mexico State Aggies had no problem reaching the tournament late last night. Wendell McKenna scored 27 points and grabbed 14 rebounds. New Mexico State claimed its 3rd Western Athletic Conference tournament title and an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament with a dominant 82-57 win over Louisiana Tech on Saturday night. The Aggies, who are 26-9, will make their 19th NCAA tournament appearance and 2nd under coach Marvin Menzies. They'll enter the tourney having won 9 of 10 with depth, size, and athleticism that will make them a dangerous lower seed. McKinnis capped a stellar tournament where he was voted MVP by making 12 of 16 shots, finishing 1 point off his career high and recording his 17th 20-point game of the season. Now, the Aggies arrived home this morning as champions. Aggies fans better get ready to travel because the Aggies are now a 13th seed in the South region and will play the Indiana Hoosiers in Portland, Oregon this Thursday. Should have asked Alford about that. He's an Indiana alum. We need to step aside and pay a few bills. More on the Whitener Law Firm Lobo special on the other side. Welcome back. He's the man who was wearing a flag as the Lobos were celebrating their victory over San Diego State yesterday, their Mountain West Tournament championship victory. I'm talking about Lobos guard Hugh Greenwood, who happens to join our Lawrence Gilligan. They're standing side by side. Lawrence, what are you and Hugh doing, man? That's just a dangerous combination just thinking about that.
Hey, you know, Hugh and I are just hanging out right now. He was actually nice enough to stick around for me. I appreciate that. Hugh, I guess, you know, you're a freshman. What's this ride been like for you?
You know, it's exceeded all expectations. You know, I wanted to come into a winning program, but to win like this is crazy. You know, to get that 5th seed, I guess it's a credit to the hard work that the team's put in. Had a lot of ups and downs, but, you know, here we are at the end of the season playing our best basketball.
Going to Portland, Oregon, a place you said that you've never been to before. What's your expectations?
It's exciting, you know. I guess wherever we go, we're going to get Lobo fans. You know, that's the great thing about Albuquerque, and you know, our Lobo fans, they're faithful. They're going to follow us around everywhere, so we know we're going to have a good support base there.
Long Beach State, a very athletic team. What do you know about them so far?
We know that we've played some really tough teams. You know, they've beaten a lot of tough teams too. So, you know, at this stage of the season, every team's going to be a challenge. You know, we only take it one game at a time. You know, take care of Long Beach State, and then hopefully, you know, advance from there.
Freshman season, you come in from Australia. You come in, you win a share of the regular season Mountain West Conference, and then you win the tournament title. This has to be just a dream, isn't it?
It really is. You know, I say that all the time. You know, I'm living the dream over here. You know, playing college basketball in the States, and you know, to do it alongside a teammate and a fellow Aussie, Cameron Bairstow, it's, you know, it's crazy. But you know, like I said, it's, you know, it's credit to the hard work that the team put in, and you know, we're seeking the rewards right now.
What has Cameron told you, I guess, about this experience too? Because you guys are just partners and paired everywhere, I guess. The 2 Aussies.
Yeah, you know, we room together. We lived next door to each other for like 2 or 3 years. You know, we always talked about going to college, and you know, we were fortunate enough to come here together. But you know, this is all new to us. You know, you hear about March Madness back home in Australia, but you can't really appreciate it until you come over here and live it. So it's really exciting.
Hugh, thanks a lot for your time. I know you want to get out of here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hugh Greenwood, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Lawrence, did he teach you any dance moves? The Lobos were dancing a lot yesterday.
No dance moves from Hugh, but as for Jamal and Demetrius,
it looks like he wants to.
D. Walker, and that's coming up soon. Yeah, do you know? Come on, let me see it. They don't dance in Australia, I guess.
Right, man,
I don't know.
we had to try to do it, though. All right. Timeout is called. More of the Lobo special is on the way. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Whitener Law Firm Lobo special. He saved one of his best performances for the Mountain West Tournament and helped his team win a championship. And he said, let's get another one. He means the NCAAs. Our Lawrence Gilligan is standing by with Lobo sophomore guard Demetrius Walker with more reaction to the Lobos' draw.
Here with Demetrius Walker. Walk had a great performance in the Mountain West Conference tournament. How do you take that performance and build on it in the NCAA tournament?
Just got to use it as a stepping stone, you know, take it game by game. Can't really look too far ahead. We have Long Beach State coming up, so just try to prepare for them and get ready for them, work on their defensive schemes, and see how I'm going to be able to attack the lane and attack and, you know, create for my teammates. That's pretty much it.
How exciting is this time for you guys, you know, coming off a tournament championship, the first time since 2005. You bring that back home, and now you're on the road to Portland taking on Long Beach State, a team that seems very athletic and seems a team that's very beatable as well.
We're actually on a really high, a real high note right now. We're feeling really good about ourselves, and I think that's the best thing for us because, you know, we're going in with a lot of swagger, and that's what you really need in a tournament like this. If you're going really confident, you're going to be able to pull out wins that maybe you shouldn't have been able to, you know. So I think it's a good thing for us going in really confident, and I think we're going to have a really good game versus Long Beach State, but hopefully we can come out victorious.
This team seems to have that camaraderie that I think every team, I think right now in March Madness has to make it this far. What has made this team so compact and so, I guess, that brotherly love or something?
I think it's really just our togetherness. We pretty much do everything together as far as living together. We go eat together every single day. Of course, we practice together. A lot of us have classes together. So with us just being around each other so much, we know what we like and what we don't like. And on the court, it just shows, and that's how we've been able to, you know, pick apart teams and, you know, expose teams and help our teammates out as far as when they're having a bad game, we can pick them up, or if they're having a good game, just keep them lifted.
This is your first full year, I guess, on the court, I should say, as a Lobo. How do you just, I guess, kind of wrap your head around it?
I'm still speechless of everything that I'm going through. From the fans just traveling miles from here all the way to Vegas and supporting us, from them just waiting for us today at the airport. The experience of just being a Lobo basketball player is just amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, to be honest.
All right, I saw the footage from the airport, and I saw the footage after you guys won. I want the dance. Go a little wide right here. I want to see the dance and exactly just describe it and tell me what you're doing.
Okay. Well, first, I'm right-handed. Okay. So when you're holding the pot, it's called cooking. Okay. So when you're holding the pot, you have to hold the pot with the left hand. And then, of course, you're going to have the spatula, the spoon, or whatever, and you have to cook. You know what I mean? So you just have to turn it, and then if you want to switch it, and then if you're ambidextrous like me, then you could just turn it and get it with the left and hold the pot. Or you could just go both, like I had Jamal. He was pouring in the ingredients for me, so I just had both, and we're just turning it at the same time.
All right, so you got the pot. What's in the pot?
Anything. It's just imaginary. You can have anything in there. You could have shrimp. You could just be flipping the steak or the pancakes. It don't even matter. You're just cooking whatever you want.
How about some wins in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, that's what we really need to be cooking.
Thanks a lot. That is Demetrius Walker, guard for the Lobos.
You know what? I think we need to make Lawrence dance. Maybe he'll do it on his sportscast today, huh? Before we go to break, we have something to show you. If you didn't get out to the Mountain West tournament, the Lobo fans really showed up, about 8,000 strong. Our Robert Pugsley and Matt Romo put something special together as we head to break.
Yeah, you know, nobody respected us throughout the year. We had to climb to the top, and here we are. There's nothing really sweeter than this.
Sign that, Turner. You shouldn't have. I can't explain in words how much this means. Coming from Albuquerque, you know what I'm saying? This is very big. I just want to let everybody know we did this for Albuquerque. We're bringing it back, baby, and we're going to come back. We're going to get one next year. This is big.
We champions right here. Me and Ozzy. Ozzy to the camera. We're champions right now. Number one, baby. Let's go. Look at that.
Oh, this is unbelievable, man. This is a great feeling. Never happened before in the 5 years Coach Alford been here. We couldn't ask for nothing better.
This is crazy, you know. This is the reason we came over here, you know, to live the college life, you know, live the dream, and this is it. This is what it's all about.
What about the fans here, man? This is nuts.
This is unbelievable. Coming over here, this is why we came, to experience these type of atmospheres. And to re-experience it with one of my best mates, it's amazing.
Let me kiss that. That's my baby.
The way you came out, man, you came out balling, man.
Man, I'm trying to get a championship. I got to play my best. I got to play my hardest to get a championship. Oh, we're really excited. We got a lot of momentum going into this tournament, and I think we can do a lot of beautiful things like we're doing right now. Let's cut down another net. Why not?
Welcome back to the Widener Law Firm Lobo special, where we are rounding third and heading into home. Remind you now that the Lobos play Long Beach State on Thursday. The Lobos a 5 seed playing Long Beach State. The 49ers a 12 seed. That's Thursday in Portland. Lobos, of course, if they win that game, they'll be playing Louisville or Davidson in the next round, which would be really big if the Lobos are playing Louisville, because Louisville's Big East champions. We'll have more coming up on KRQE News 13 at 5:30.